Most reviews on the smart water box tell you what it's supposed to do. I wanted to know what it actually does, so I put it through the matrix, broke down the mechanism, checked the ingredients, looked at what real users are reporting. This is the review matrix. Here's what I found. Here's what's actually going on with off-grid water independence. Most people dealing with it aren't failing because they haven't tried. They're failing because the things they've tried only address surface storage, not the real reason your preparedness plan keeps hitting a wall. That quiet frustration of doing everything right, buying the survival gear, and still feeling like you're completely vulnerable if the municipal system blinks, that's the gap the smart water box is designed for. When I broke down how this device actually works, it targets atmospheric humidity extraction directly, not just passive rainwater catchment or static barrel storage. That's the distinction that matters. Most alternatives work at the symptom level, requiring massive physical space for plastic tanks that eventually run dry. This goes a layer deeper, pulling moisture straight out of the ambient air using a closed-loop condensation cycle. More targeted, less guesswork. Running through the key components, the condensation plate configuration, this is the one that stood out most because it directly addresses the energy-to-yield bottleneck, determining how much water you actually get per hour of operation. Then the multi-stage inline filtration sequence, which I hadn't seen formulated this way in a DIY category before, utilizing specific sediment and carbon passes to treat raw condensate. And the UVC sanitization stage, easy to overlook, but it's what makes the other two actually compound instead of cancel each other out by preventing bacterial bloom in the holding basin. Based on the breakdown and what consistent users are reporting, early on, usually within the first 24 to 48 hours, most people notice a steady, measurable drop-by-drop accumulation in the primary reservoir. That tends to build into a reliable daily baseline production with consistency, provided your ambient humidity levels stay within parameters. And longer term, the total elimination of reliance on single-use plastic storage in external water grids. Not a straight line, but a clear direction. That's what the pattern shows. The protocol is simple. Assemble the housing, connect the low-voltage power source, and let the intake fans run continuously. Fits into a garage or back patio routine without friction. The timeline most people report meaningful results, 1 to 2 weeks of continuous calibration to dial in your local humidity spikes. Not a disclaimer, just how cumulative mechanisms work. The first week is laying the foundation, the compounding kicks in after. One variable I always factor in, refund policy. The smart water box comes with a 60-day money-back guarantee. I treat that as a confidence metric. Companies don't offer real return windows on products they know under-deliver. It also means if it doesn't work for your local climate situation, you're not absorbing the full risk. That's a relevant input. If the mechanism checks out for your situation, and the problem I described is where you actually are, the link to the official page is in the description. Direct link, no resellers, no markup. Go through it, cross-check what I've covered, and run your own matrix. You've got everything you need to decide. That's the full matrix on the smart water box. Mechanism checked, features broken down, risk assessed. The call is yours.